Do you know that with the camera that I record with, I still use tapes, like DV tapes, and I have to rewind them so I can record over and do this? Do you even know what rewind means? There's gonna be a lot of editing going on here. Good thing it's Sunday. I mean, what? It's Monday here on College Quiltbag, and my name is Hunter. This week, we're gonna talk about Glee. Yes, your favorite show, not my favorite show. Maybe it's not your favorite show. Maybe it's your least favorite show. And then you don't have to watch this video anymore because you're like, man, fuck Glee. But guess what? I'm gonna talk shit about Glee. No, I'm not really. But I'm actually gonna talk about some stuff on Glee that I don't really agree with, because the topic of this week is, this is Glenn's terminology here, oppression to obsession, the Glee effect. I talk with my hands. Okay, so here's my knowledge of Glee. I think I watched most of the first season, and I have a Tumblr. What the fuck does this have to do with LGBT? Fucking everything. And I'm sorry that my language is ridiculous right now. Glee has become gay. I just feel really bad expressing a negative opinion when I don't really know anything about the show. Glee has become like the media portrayal of the LGBT community. I'm so glad editing exists, because this mumbo jumbo is going to sound so intelligent when I edit it. This show is hilarious if you're smart enough to realize that they're satirizing high school. If half of America is as stupid as I think they are, then they did not realize, because the satire is so subtle, which just made me like, oh fuck, because here we go. Now we're just perpetuating stereotypes, right? And that was my main problem. We really have to be careful with the stereotypes. And I know it's being picky, and it's just like, let everything be, but it's something I've always thought, you really have to be careful with the stereotypes, because there are people out there watching that are ignorant, and there are people out there watching that don't really know what's going on, and they're taking these things as cookie cutter definitions for minorities. I know that from what I've seen with the Kurt character, he's very stereotypical. He's very feminine, he's very fashionable, he's very sassy, and not everyone is like that. But when you take a character and you put him up on a pedestal, everyone's gonna think he's like that. Everyone's gonna think that's gay. Gay is Kurt. And that's it. And people don't like to look beyond that simple message. No one really likes to think about it. And that's the problem with it. There are people out there who are going to see the Kurt character and then go beat up any guy that's in musical theater. Or, out them, whether they're gay or not. I went to a high school and it had a middle school. I didn't go to that middle school, but there was some incidents where kids were harassing the kids in the musical theater program. And I'm not saying it had anything to do with Glee, because it was before Glee came out. But that's where these stereotypes come from, and if we keep perpetuating them like this, I mean, it's gonna keep happening. I mean, it's a show about kids who are quote-unquote oppressed or, in a minority. There's an issue because it's becoming such an obsession, especially even like within the gay community. The internet chat about Glee is not about the music anymore. It's about who is paired with who in some gay relationship. I don't want to offend anyone out there who's like a Gleek, but I feel like people have gone insane over Klain, which I guess is the Kurt and Blaine. That would be his name, right? I don't know. Kurt and Blaine, and Brittany and Santana. People are obsessed with these couples. Like, obsessed. Like, to the point where they think that the actors in real life have to be together, because if not, I don't know, the world will end. Oh my god, they touched hands, they're dating. It's true. My life is complete. How about we take all of the Glee characters and they just have a giant orgy, and then we'll put like all their names together. And that can be like the new season. That wasn't a good idea at all. I don't think it's a bad thing that they're like celebrating difference. That's excellent. It's great. But it's become a taboo or a stigma or something. People are looking to this for like the answers. Not only people not involved in the community, but like people in the community are using this. This is what they worship. They worship Glee, and Glee is the gay show. And there is no other gay show. And it's become, this high worshipable, is that a word? Worshipable. Oh my god, say worshipable 5 times fast. Worshipable, worshipable, worshipable. I never noticed how worship and worship are like the same word, but except not one letter. And worship is so much different than worship. It's gone beyond the TV show. People are revering these actors and actresses for like playing gay roles. And then they're putting those roles onto those actors and actresses. Naya Rivera and Heather Morris. Have I been on Tumblr enough? And Chris Colfer and Darren Criss, they're like giving those people like their sexualities, the sexualities that they want to project on them. It needs to be left as a television show and taken for what it is. Take the good influence it has and leave it at that. They brought back Journey, which really everyone should be thankful for, because Journey is, the greatest band ever.